So, we talk a lot about grit on this show, right? But listen, y'all, healing takes grit too. Texas Health Resources is out there doing the work. They're providing excellent patient care. They're offering free mammograms. They're getting fresh food to families who need it. And they're supporting teens who are struggling with mental health. It's unbelievable, y'all. And the best part? It's powered by people, by donors, neighbors, and folks who care. If you want to be part of that kind of change, go to texashealth.org/foundation. Seriously, y'all, health begins together.
I've got a secret. Everybody knows how much I'm obsessed with fashion, but what they don't know is one of the best places to shop is Desert Rose at the Cowgirl Museum. From beautiful jewelry to modern Western fashion to even great gifts for the kiddos. Desert Rose is a must, and the best news is that free parking is available with the purchase of only $50. So hurry and get it. To learn more, follow the Cowgirl on Facebook, X, or Instagram at Cowgirl Museum, or visit cowgirl.net.
They think it's easy, that every day is like a party. But when you get home and find you're hardly able to get out of bed, that's when it all starts over again. But things will work out fine if you just listen to both sides. Take the good with the bad, the happy and sad, yeah. In every bit, see the good that you have. Be glad and not mad for the glamour and grit. The glamour and grit.
Welcome back to the Glamour and Grit, episode 2.
Episode 2, season 3. Let's go.
Thank you guys so much for allowing us to take the week off last week. We just didn't feel it was appropriate to come back after everything that has happened. And so I thought it may be a good idea to address what happened on 4th of July now and then dive into the show.
The Kerrville, Texas floods.
Yes. And I wrote a little something. One thing about me is I'm not amazing with my words. I have a podcast. I'm not amazing at expressing really how I feel. I'm so like you. I have to write it out. I have to really think about it, write it out again. I wish I was really good about things on the, just saying it. I always have to write it out before I say something.
In terms of just speaking off the cuff?
Yeah, like how some people can just say a speech. I have to write a speech, think about the speech, rewrite the speech, even wedding toasts. I can't, you think as actors, we could just walk up there and make something up.
But you also are so good at walking up and commanding a room and doing what you need to do. But I think it makes you more nervous doing that if you don't have something written.
Totally. And especially something as important as this. And I want to be able to express it in the right way and from my heart. And no matter what, there are no words. So I'm going to write a little something that I feel like I learned about our home this week. And I first really did say this is actually the most anxious I've ever felt about doing an episode. And it's not about me, but this whole topic just brings such a pit to my stomach. But I knew I had to speak from the heart and I had to talk about home, my home, and our Texas. On July 4th, the unthinkable happened. While some families watched fireworks light up the sky, others waited for phone calls that changed their lives forever. The smallest, brightest angels left us too soon. The youngest of children witnessed unspeakable tragedy. In a moment, worlds were shattered. Someone said this week that Texas has never felt so small. And it's true. Here in Texas, we're all just 1 degree apart. And if you've never been here, never sat with us, laughed with us, or wept with us, you might not know the kind of love that this place has. Because Texas isn't just a state. It's a heart, a community that shows up. You call and someone is there, always. Here, strangers become friends, neighbors become family overnight. Small businesses with little to give everything they can. We get our boots on the ground, our hands in the dirt, and our hearts in the work. We tie ribbons on every tree. We lift each other up in prayer and song. We hold you so tightly that you forget we just met. There is no division here, no barriers of race or religion or background, just people who show up with love, who lead with faith, and who answer a call. We love, we help, and we are always one. And to the families who are forever changed, you are not alone. Your heartbreak is ours. Your names are spoken in our homes. Your stories carried in our hearts. We mourn with you. We ache with you. And we lift you in prayer. From every breath, may you feel, even in the smallest moments, the arms of our community wrapped around you, holding you, carrying you, believing for peace when peace feels way too far away. We don't have all the answers, but we do have love. And here in Texas, love never runs out. So we are here with you. I'm here with you today, tomorrow, and always. Wolf.
Beautifully said. Beautifully
Yeah.
said. Absolute tragedy. We were in Florida when. Are you okay?
No. Yes, of course. It's just it always like reminds me, somebody posted on Instagram and it was like it was a mom talking about a child that they had lost, and to say, please remember me to bury me in my tennis shoes because I have a little girl waiting in heaven to play with me. And so it just like, if that's not the most powerful thing, like I'm just so grateful that we have had families that have given us this basis in faith and in knowing that there is something up there and beyond this life, and that we have angels around us, that moments like this that you just kind of, I know, at least for me, you ask, like, why would God do this? And I believe like God didn't do this, but God is there to lift us all up and to surround us. And so I don't know, it's like, I just feel like it was really, really, really important for me to address, because you see all of these things, and obviously our Instagrams and our phones are, we almost had to put our phones away because all you see is this. But I think for a world that isn't actually on the ground here in Texas, I think there is a forgotten humanity and coming together. So I just felt like it was really important for me to address, like, so much of what we saw this week was so much tragedy, but it was so beautiful. Like what you got to experience in people, and like how much people love each other.
Yeah. I mean, I know. I mean, that first of all, that was. This is something that you especially, but like everybody, the world has really been struggling with this past week. And I've seen it in you, sleepless nights. I mean, talking to so many people, and it's so emotionally overwhelming, and it's still like almost impossible to comprehend. And especially, I mean, Saini has a friend that lost a child in the flood. Our next door neighbor, who's been our nanny since we moved to Fort Worth, has been a Camp Mystic attendee her whole life, and she came back just days before this all happened. And it's like we have all these connections and ties, and of course, Saini's from Texas and has been here, and her heart is Fort Worth her whole life, and so it's just like it's been a really, really challenging week, and thank you for sharing that and for getting that off your chest. You haven't talked about it too much. I know you kind of think about it all the time, and I know it's just from how I've seen you handle it, it's been really hard. But getting that out there and knowing.
Totally. And I don't want you to. Obviously, this whole podcast is not going to be heavy with this. I just wanted to address, obviously, when we first started, how we feel. And one thing, like I said about Texas, is there is not an ounce of Texas that isn't joy. And I know, our sweet Sloan, who went to Mystic, she went to a big gathering in Dallas, and they were all singing the songs together. And so I just wanted the rest of this podcast too is like, I want to dedicate to joy and silliness and fun and how we all should be living every day and joyous, because life is so fast and you never know what tomorrow will bring. But I just feel like it was extremely important, especially as Texans, that we talk about this. And it just wouldn't feel right for me to go into the podcast and not just like act like everything's fine.
Yeah.
Because
No.
it is like our hearts, and everybody knows our minds are right there. So thank you for letting me. I know it probably brings a moment down, but it's really, really important. I think especially as Texans and as parents here, that we give our hearts out to them.
Absolutely. And what it just reaffirmed for me is how amazing and what a community this state is as a whole. And I felt that since the first day I came to Texas, however many years ago that was, when you first brought me to Fort Worth. And it's just an instant understanding and feeling of this place is different. That I've lived in Florida, I've lived in LA, I've lived in New York, I've spent months in probably 100 cities around the country and world, and maybe years if a lot of time in a lot of places, and there's nowhere like Texas. I always say, like, Texas flag flies high, and the pride and the support, no matter where you were, even when we were living in LA, it's the coolest thing. The minute you met somebody else that said they're from Texas, or the minute you said you're from Texas to somebody that also was from there, immediate best friends, huge hugs. Like it's like this this special thing that like it has. And in times like this, just seeing how much people are giving and doing and coming together, it's what it always is times 100, which is like, it's just the most special thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And this is the most special state, and Fort Worth specifically, special city, but Texas as a whole in the nation. There's no question about it.
And we're going to be definitely linking a lot of different organizations below this reel as well. Okay, it had me thinking too. So, Eric, when we first met, obviously I'm from Texas, and if there's one thing you know about us, we say love you to everybody, and we touch way too much. There's no such thing as personal space in Texas.
Oh, no, they're lovey. They are lovey people.
Oh, my gosh, and it just made me giggle so hard. Eric and I were in the shower. No, but we have like a 3-head shower with a bathtub in it. So
where are you going with this?
It's a community shower. And I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh my gosh, I forget how much we freaking touch people. And I was in LA when we were there with the kids. I'm talking to the waiter ordering, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dear. And I'm touching, the hands. And you just forget that is so not normal.
Oh yeah, no. That's something I had to get used to. It's so lovey and it's so sweet.
You used to get so upset with me.
Oh my God, she'd be touching all over these dudes, and I'm like, where I come from, you only touch like that when you're trying to get with this person.
Yeah, when you want to get touched back.
Literally, like, you hold their hand when you're talking to them, like all these little gestures that show love. But in most other places, it's like taken as, whoa. You're touching me. That means like there's some chemistry here.
Totally.
And it's really interesting. But you're not the only person. Like all people I know in Texas are like that.
No, we have zero personal space.
Girls. It's like all the girls.
And we don't mean to. Like this is, I really try to be cautious about it, especially in other places, because the Me Too movement and people's space and feeling comfortable. But we just can't help ourselves. I think we would just climb on you if we loved you. We just don't I think I giggle sometimes. It's like my Mick. It's like he just wants to get back inside of me.
Yeah.
We love with every ounce of us.
It's true.
It is the best quality about us, and probably the biggest quality that people misunderstand about us.
And I've gotten used to it. And now I say I love you to people I just met. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're like,
I
who
sound
am
like
I?
Sainty and the rest of the Texas gals. It's just how it is down here. And it's a beautiful thing, really. Like, I posted that once on my Instagram. I was like, all right, for my fellas out there, like, how do you feel about saying I love you to your bros, like to your guys? Like, I do it all the time, but like, is that a common thing outside of, my circle? I think most of my guys now say it back, and like, they all say love you too, man. Like,
And the freaking TikTok and Instagram that is the saying goodnight, like having bros say goodnight to their other bros.
oh yeah.
And now people are doing it to like wives calling their ex-husbands and wishing them goodnight. And I get the biggest tickle in the world out of that.
But what I was surprised to find out is that so many other people say I love you to their friends. Like, it's not, I thought like we were like a lot of people are like, oh man, like, yeah, I do that too. Or like, no, but now I really want to do that.
I
Like,
want to say I love you.
for as divided as this country feels a lot of the time, like, there is a lot of that, like, because of social media and stuff. Like, there's also so much good and so much like love you can give to somebody. And I don't know, it just kind of brought it to this place of like, I don't know, when we were growing up, you just wouldn't say stuff like that. But
Yeah.
now it's like, maybe because there's so much craziness that like, we can say I love you to your friend and know he's going to think twice.
They need to have like Squid Games, but a social experiment with all these internet sleuths and trolls. And they actually have to say what they would type out, like behind the computer screen to the person.
Oh, no, that wouldn't. I
But
mean,
wouldn't that be such an amazing social experiment? Like all these people, because most of the time, no offense to these mean trolls, like they're not nice people.
well,
And they're not like out and about in the community talking to people.
no.
And so like put them in a big like Squid Games atmosphere and have them say the things that they've said online about people to them.
I think they would crumble and fall apart like the little cowards that they are. Like, I don't think they'd have any sort of courage. That's why they do it online, because it's like a facade, and it's like, oh, I can go as hard as I want because I'm hidden behind this thing. Like, they would never, like, I don't think they would do it. 'Cause
No.
they're but they're trolls.
I just can't imagine my brain being wired like that. Okay, so you see somebody that I'm not feeling their hair or something, and for like, I mean, I say it in my brain. You can say it to your like girlfriends or your friends, but to be like, I hate your hair.
I will
To
also
them,
say,
I can't even fathom.
I will also say that reading comments on some of these funny posts that people post are the most entertaining part of social media.
1,000.
Like, the cleverness that people come up with in the comment section of videos is way more entertaining than the videos themselves.
1,000%. Okay, now that we're at it, I feel like, because this kind of ties into if you liked my boot and scoot game,
Yes, I did.
shall we play it again?
Sure.
Boot and scoot, because,
But remind me, because in my head,
no, it's kind of messed up. Should I rename it? Because I agree. Because boot is like get away, like you boot something away.
Right.
But this one, is it serving or are we walking away? And that's scoot, like you're scooting away.
right.
So boot's good, scoot's bad.
I got to get used to that. Okay.
I know. Should I not?
Well, it's fine. Now that
Should I
we're all on the
rename
same
it?
page, boot's good, scoot's bad. That's what it was last week or 2 weeks ago. And now I'm back. I'm in.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Saying, I did a thing when announcing a life milestone.
I don't do that. That is a scoot for me, but I know that it's a popular thing.
People referring to themselves as golden retriever energy.
Scoot. That's not good.
The everything shower.
What does that even mean?
I think it's when you like shave everything, you exfoliate, you do like everything.
Just because of the way that was phrased, scoot. No.
You're gonna like this one. Adults who use potty instead of bathroom.
To say it like in a word
Yeah,
sentence.
like I need to go potty.
I mean, my whole household says it, but I'm not a potty sayer. No, scoot.
No, I always giggle because our friend Landon makes so much fun of me because if you have to go to the bathroom, I call it TT. And if you have to go number 2, you go big boom. Like I have all these, and then if you're gonna have sex, you say, Or if
Well, Sadie has an ism for everything.
yes, and if you're like gonna start your period, you say, my little lady's coming.
Sadie has all these
It's
sayings,
so
y'all.
stupid.
But potty's definitely one of yours as well. But no, that's a scoot for me.
What's funny is half of these are truly me. Okay, Makeup on your kids for school pictures.
Scoot that heckin' thing out of here. Absolutely not. Momo walked out with a full face on for her school photos, and I said, take that off.
She looks like John Benet.
No, she looked like
coming
Honey
out.
Boo Boo, like getting ready for the pageant girl thing. Like, no.
No, and I literally messaged the teacher, and I was like, put a little lip gloss
Oh my
on Momo
gosh,
before her
y'all.
pre-K 4.
No, scoot the makeup out of here.
Okay. That is so me. Okay, swapping engagement rings for tattoo initials on your fingers.
What?
Like having me instead of having an engagement ring, just having an E.
Oh, nah, scoot.
Yeah,
I mean, cool to have that, but not instead of a ring. I feel like you could have that and a ring.
Men in nail polish, but only on one hand.
I know this is a big thing. I haven't gotten into it though, so scoot.
Dressing up your Roomba in costume.
That's hilarious.
I've actually
That's a
seen-
boot. I don't know why we haven't tried that, honestly.
Iconic. Saying we don't do screen times, but the iPad is named the nanny.
Scoot. Because we actually don't do iPads, only on planes,
Yes.
which is good. We have screen time. We love our shows in our household, but
It's my job. Our kids are going to love TV.
We've reserved the iPad for plane rides, which makes them that much more special, and they don't make a peep the entire flight. I don't care if they're on that thing.
Yeah.
From the takeoff to the landing. It's a gem. Just a little tip, y'all.
Parents vlogging their kids' meltdowns.
Oh, I think that's a boot because you could learn some things from that. as
Wait,
a
are
kid.
you actually kidding?
No, because if they were
But
crazy.
vlogging, that means sharing
Oh, for
it.
other people?
Yeah.
No, Scoot.
Agreed.
But on the flip side, I think if they're acting crazy and I film them, and I think I have done this, and I'm like,
I think you've done this with me.
just maybe you too.
When I'm just tazzing.
I'm like, just so you know,
This is
what it
sound
looks like when you
Yeah.
talk to me like that. And it does some psychology.
1,000%. It's so freaking true. Group chats named after old TV shows. Gossip Girls.
I mean, group chat named after things, boot. After TV shows, Gossip Girl, Scoot. No, you could come up, there's more clever ways.
Okay, it's really bad, but there's a group text of us, and we all used to be fat. And our group text is called, what was it? Former fat fucks.
Now that's hilarious.
And it's like F3 on top.
Oh,
and we
no.
all had to prove that we were like morbidly obese before.
What?
Yeah, swear. You know who's in that group text too. It is I'll show it to you after this.
Oh, that's funny.
You're obviously not in it. Oh gosh. Oh, people clapping when the plane lands.
Oh, yeah, boot.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. The word delulu.
What does that mean?
I think that means like you're crazed. Like they're just delulu.
Scoot.
Adults sleeping with stuffed animals for anxiety.
That's fine.
Aura
Boot.
rings.
Or what?
Aura rings.
Wait, the stuffed animals, whatever you got to do,
Yeah.
boot. And you said what?
Aura rings.
Oh, Oura rings, boot.
Wife guys who document every sandwich their partner eats.
What?
Yeah, it must be a TikTok thing. Wife guys.
Like
I
I would
think
document what you eat?
Yeah.
That's like means for a slap in the face. That's like me like being your dietary coach.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even take it like that.
What woman wants their man to be like, today, and
Sure,
filming it
girl.
like, that's a pasta carbonara. You need to chill.
Okay, monogramming everything.
100% Scoot until I moved to Texas, and now it's just culture, y'all. So I have to say boot so I don't piss off my entire state.
Okay, bonus quick round. This is bless it or block it. You either say bless it, I like it, or block it.
Okay.
A mom in full glam at the playground.
Bless it.
Kids with names you can't pronounce, but the moms get mad when you try to pronounce it and pronounce it wrong.
Oh, what is it? Bless it or
Or block it.
block it.
Instagram bios that say, boy mom, coffee addict, chaos coordinator. That is so mean.
Bless it. God bless you.
Parents doing matching Halloween costumes.
Bless it.
Dads who refer to themselves in the third person. Daddy, don't play that.
Bless that. I got to use that.
Saying bless their hearts.
Bless it.
Bringing your toddler to brunch.
Bless it.
Moms who treat the school pickup line like a NASCAR pit stop.
Bless it. Why not?
No food in the car.
Bless.
Using Southern as a personality trait.
Bless.
Love it. That was it.
Hey,
That was
nice.
really fun.
That was really, really fun. Oh gosh, what was the third one? The third to last thing you said. One of them I had a story about
The
recently.
NASCAR pickup
No.
or letting your toddler to brunch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Joe and I laugh about this all the time. My brother Joe, before Mick was even born and we were living here in LA, I would take Momo to brunch with us all the time. Like it would be like me and
You took her like to late night dinners.
my homies.
She was the queen of the ball.
My guys, and we're chilling. We're having like guy time, and she would just be chilling. And
No,
she was great.
and
And
they
those were
used
some
to-
fun memories.
I was about to say, Jared Easterling, who's now the drummer for Co Wetzel, is one of our best friends in
He's
the world.
been since COVID, yeah.
But before that, I mean, he was just our Jared. And he actually made up a song for Molly Morgan. What's her song? And all the guys, so Molly Morgan has all these videos of now actually all these famous guys singing her these songs as her, like, as a 6-month-old.
Well, yeah, anytime she'd walk in the room, they'd all be like, hey, hello, how are you? Hey, hello,
It's Molly Morgan.
And then they just repeating it, and then they started drumming on top of it, and she'd light up.
Can you imagine?
No.
That little girl is the most blessed little girl. Because when we moved to Fort Worth, it was COVID, and we had all these neighbors that we quarantined together. So all these precious little boys who are all now teenagers, and they're all gorgeous. She has all these pictures with them like kissing and loving all over her.
Oh, yeah.
She's like gonna freak out when she's older.
She's living the life. She is living the life. So, let's see here. I tried to record them, just like asking them random questions, Mick and Momo, to see like what 3-year-old would say versus what a 5-year-old would say. And here's one of them.
Okay, I was wondering, Eric was listening to something before we started.
Because I was going to try to edit it because there are gaps in it. So I was like, oh, what are ones I could just do quick? So I asked, just out of curiosity, to hear what they would say, 3 and 5. I was like, to Mick and Momo, what do grown-ups do? Just to see what they'd say.
Ooh.
And this is what our 3-year-old said grown-ups do.
Mickey, what do you think grown-ups do all day?
Poop.
You think grown-ups poop all day?
Pause. Without fail. Without a second of hesitation. My son, poop.
Hey,
And that is all he talks about.
oh, we are in the land of poop.
Did he say, hold on.
What do you think they do for real?
They pooping on the floor.
What do you think we do all day?
Poop.
I think he just kept saying poop.
What's so funny is I grew up with a poop family. I did not know there's anything different than a poop family. You either talk about toots, farts, pooping, burping in your house, or you don't. And I did not realize my sweet sister-in-law, Emily, she was like, I didn't come from a family like that. The moment the fart machine existed, Rusty Reed was the first in line.
Oh, yeah.
We just loved it.
Our family liked a good fart machine as well. But there's a thing with 3-year-olds and poop that is so real I've talked to a lot of dads, and I've brought it up, like my friend Randy Wayne in Oklahoma. He's got a daughter kind of the same age, and I was like, yeah, man, we're just in this poop phase right now. Like they just throw out the word poop for no reason. He's like, oh my gosh, my daughter does the same thing. I thought she was the only one. And then I started asking other dads, they all do it.
No, it's so funny.
It's so random.
I think probably because we made it so intense with potty training. So you spend a good 6 months, like all you're talking about is changing underwear, going potty, wiping, washing your hands. So it's, of course, all that's on their mind is poop.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, but all the 3-year-olds do it. Here's our 5-year-olds.
This is probably
answer.
be so sweet.
Crazy. Mama, what do you think grown-ups do all day?
They work on their phones and their computers, and they play with kids and help them find stuff, and grown-ups love kids.
Oh. Wait, that is so Molly Morgan answer, but it says play on your phones. I hate that.
Well, we're going to get to that, but look at what 2 years of a difference makes at that age. Like,
Or just a guy and a girl.
maybe
That
it's
is
just a
like-
boy and a girl.
That is a boy and a girl to a T.
Yeah. No. So yeah, she did. She was like, they work on their phones and on their computers. And I was like, you know what? 70% or 50% of your job is
On your phone.
on your phone and on our computer. And we're always either editing videos or you're You're doing your,
I mean, even my editing of videos, it's so much easier. Your auditions, like if you ask for my help, I edit on my phone.
Yeah.
Because it's so much easier for me than on the computer.
So much of what we have to do for our jobs, I film my auditions on my phone, of course, our content for social media, all this stuff. We're always editing stuff on our phone. And when she first said it, I was like, oh, heart to dagger. Because maybe like.
Heart to gagger. That reminds me of to gagger.
To gagger. And then I realized, like, at first I was like, oh, we're always texting people. We're always on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, but we're not. It's not that. It's
No.
literally like working.
I read books on my phone.
So she was right. I mean, she was spot on.
Spot on.
But I was like, so 2025.
Please tell me you have more.
I have more, but I feel like I needed to cut them down. And
Wait, I really, though, think I was going to suggest it maybe this podcast, but we're recording this a little late at night. We do need to have them on the show.
100%. I'll give you one more. I asked Mick, our 3-year-old, this question.
Nick, what do you think it means to be a godparent?
Poop.
What do you think it means to be? What do you think it means for real? You heard it here first, folks.
So there you go.
Pay.
He just was not taking it seriously.
No, Mick.
Oh,
This would be like the glamour, grit, and poop.
yeah. God. He's a funny kid, though. Like,
Oh my gosh, it hurts.
he's a comedian. And once he knows you have started laughing at something he's doing, it just fuels the fire like you would not believe. And then he goes all the way. Like, I love that in his personality.
Wait, do you remember? Oh God, kids say the darndest thing. I do wish every moment we had a camera on us because of some of the stuff they say. Do you remember when we were driving in the car in LA and we were listening to, of course, the Four Seasons,
Mhm.
Jersey Boys, to Big Girls Don't Cry, and Molly Morgan goes,
Wait, what's the song again?
Big Girls Don't Cry.
That's the song. Y'all know it. What happened?
And Molly Morgan goes, did they write this song about me?
Oh my God. Literally, she heard like 2 seconds of it, and the first words out of her mouth, did they write that song about me? Like, what 5-year-old is thinking that?
Molly Morgan.
Oh, that killed me a little bit.
God love her.
But God, it's funny.
No, she is the most empathic child I've ever met in my life. So Janie is our niece and our Spitfire. Gosh, that girl is truly like me. Reminds me so much of myself. And so I relate so closely to Janie. And we're leaving Seaside and we have Janie, Mick, Molly Morgan in the back of our car. And Janie forgets her bracelet back at the house. Well, my mom's there, so she can get the bracelet 2 days later. Molly Morgan is sobbing.
Oh,
And Janie is consoling. Janie's not even the one that remembered. Molly Morgan remembered, and then Molly Morgan's sobbing. And Janie's consoling Molly Morgan about Janie's bracelet.
yeah. Janie's like, Momo, it's okay. She's like, but it's gone. She's like, I don't care. She's like, but it'll never come back.
She's like, great.
She's so emotional.
Very emotional.
So here's the thing about parenting, because we have polar opposite children.
Polar.
Polar opposite. One is deeply emotional and sensitive.
Mhm.
One is so far removed from deeply emotional and sensitive that you really have to figure out ways to tailor them. It's like you have to shift 100,000 times a day, shift the way you're parenting in the moment because it's not going to work for
Oh my
one over the
gosh.
other.
Well, didn't you always, like, I never understood that as a child because, I mean, this is back in the day, but like I would get a spanking and Jake would not get a spanking.
Mm.
And I never understood why. I was like, well, why didn't Jake get a spanking? He ended up getting like a teaspoon of vinegar.
Oh yeah, I remember you told
Like
me that.
it's
yeah.
that like no vinegar. But I was like, that's ridiculous because if they spanked me, I'd be like, the sun'll come out tomorrow. Like I couldn't wait to like rattle on them on my E True Hollywood story one day. But if they would have done that to Jake, like he would have taken it so personally.
And I think that is a very important thing to realize and understand is that you do have to parent your kids differently to an extent. All the morals and values and traditions and manners and all that is the exact same.
Yeah.
But the way they handle consequences or the way they handle, understanding certain things are so different. So I really think it's so valuable as a parent to understand those differences and approach them differently. Because
Totally.
if you just do it the same to both, like one of them's getting really messed up.
No, Molly Morgan's going to the psych ward.
Oh,
There is no way.
I cannot yell at my daughter ever. It would ruin her.
Yeah.
If I don't yell at my son, he doesn't hear anything and won't even blink.
No, you yell at Mick and he just walks away.
He loves it.
doesn't
He's
care.
like, this is great. Now we're talking.
Speaking of Mick learned how to order things off of Alexa.
Oh, this is killing me right now.
Every single day, we get a new toy that Mick has ordered from Alexa. Because he's always like, Alexa, order Hot Wheels. And then, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Amazon just shows up with Hot Wheels the next day.
We have the little Alexa with the TV monitor on it, right? And you can, because Amazon makes Alexa, you can shop on Amazon through your Alexa.
Well, you like have to log in. And anytime you get an Alexa, you have to sign in with your Amazon account.
Oh, and he's figured out how to just say Alexa and get her to Amazon and start shopping in there for his Hot Wheels or whatever he's got. He knows how to pick them out. He knows how to put it in the basket. He knows how to order that thing all on Alexa.
Buy now.
And we just realized this because all these toys started showing up to our house. And Mick, and then he'll run back from Alexa and be like, Dad, I just ordered another one. Aren't you so excited? So we had to have a talk.
Can you imagine how amazing that would have been as a child?
Oh my gosh.
I would have been out of control. Do you remember online?
But you know what I said to him? I didn't know what do you say to a 3-year-old to get them to stop ordering off Alexa? Like why it's not okay. I went through then Santa's not going to have any toys to give you because you're going to have everything you already wanted.
Yeah, he'd be like,
didn't
okay.
care. I gave him all of these toys cost money. Daddy and mommy have to pay for it. We won't have any more money if you keep buying these toys. Just work. Like, that was his response. Just work. I was like, you're not wrong. So I'm like, what do you say? So I was like, all right, dude, if you do it again, like, there's some consequences. Like, this is crazy. And I don't think he's done it again since, but please,
AKA tomorrow, something will show up at our doorstep.
Please, someone let us know about a parental, like, protector block thing you can put on your Alexa so kids can't do that.
Yes.
You know, like back in the day on your TV, like, your parental, you could put the settings on.
But speaking of TV, that's what I was going to say. Do you remember as a child ordering things on TV when they would have the infomercials?
I never did it, but I always wanted to.
Oh my God, I did it twice.
Especially
I saw my dad's
Nickelodeon.
credit card. Yes. Oh, I got in so much trouble. But calling and talking to them and ordering it was just, there is nothing like that thrill.
Oh my God.
I completely understand Mick. I mean, that is why Mick is me.
It's crazy.
I mean, that thrill of, that purchase, there's nothing quite like it.
And now he knows it's wrong, and I guarantee you he's not going to stop doing it.
I was about to say he's going to keep on rolling.
Whereas Momo, she knows it's wrong. I have a stern talk with her, which is basically, stern for her is like me just letting her know it's not okay.
If you say one thing to her, the child listens. Sorry, I swear
That's the thing. Yeah, she takes it in and listens, and we'll never
Yes.
do it again.
This podcast isn't all about our children, but I think we just needed like a little smile. It just,
But I think
Kids
most of our listeners have kids our age, so it's like,
and they just say the darnest things.
they really do.
There's nothing like it.
It's spot
They're
on. Oh, should I get into some things?
Yes.
All right, some things that have
Get
happened.
into some things, huh?
Well, first of all, did you see?
Are you going to say Wimbledon? No.
No.
Oh.
That's coming up. But freaking Diddy, what he got
Oh, like
convicted
nothing.
of?
Ridiculous.
We all watched the trial. We all saw all the stuff coming out. I mean, the interviews and like over, 34 witnesses testifying, including Cassie, his
And it
ex.
was just transportation, right? Like transportation.
He was found not guilty of racketeering, not guilty of sex trafficking, the most serious of the convictions. He only got convicted on 2 lesser charges for transporting people for prostitution. So all that stuff he was doing, all the criminal enterprises he was running for the last 2 years, arson, bribery, kidnapping. I mean, it's blowing my mind.
No, it's horrible.
How he's getting off the way he is, how much domestic violence the guy did, the videos of him, beating Cassie in the hallway of the hotel.
How Cassie must feel putting her entire life out there. She has 3 amazing kids, a husband at home, And to lay it all out there and not feel like that you got justice for laying your story out there is so wrong.
It's so messed up. It's so messed up. Like,
And it's not setting a good precedent for our future cases. Too.
no. There's something really shady. I don't know. It's not right. There's so many more things he should have been, convicted of, and I don't understand.
It's giving Casey Anthony and OJ.
And well, at least why not like
Well, if somebody hires a prostitute, this is
domestic violence?
yes.
Like, where was that charge?
thank you.
Maybe
You get arrested for
It's
that.
all on tape.
I guess it wasn't the time thing where it's been too long.
Past statute of limitations.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe, but it's just like the fact. I don't know.
Well, the same thing's happening right now with the Brian Koberger case.
I'm like, if there's statute of limitations, fine. But if it's on tape, and this is in
I feel like if it's on tape and it comes up, it's very different, I think, than somebody saying and you have to trust somebody's word.
100%.
But if it's on a tape, I feel like the moment you show that tape again, back up.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just really, I think it took the entire planet by surprise that
Do you
that's
have
what
a
happened.
story about Brian Koberger?
No.
If you know about the Idaho murders, I mean, this has been years. There is so many facts. He has put these families through literal hell, these poor families of these victims. And he's like,
So Brian Koberger did what?
the Idaho murders,
Oh,
like that
wow.
entire house, and murdered, I think it was 4 teenagers.
And remind me, was he related? Did he have any
No,
sort of?
Well, he did. He was a graduate student of their college, and he was like stalking them. Not really. We're thinking now that he was stalking one of the girls, and he was probably going to kill her or rape her, and didn't realize that everybody was there, and just kind of panicked and went on a rampage. But he put these kids through hell. So it's really sad. The kids came back. They were all drunk, some of them, and they didn't call the police till the next morning. Well, then some of the people, the sleuths of the internet were like, well, why didn't the kids do anything? I mean, these are kids, literal kids. It's so wrong. Now he's like, he just doesn't want the death penalty. So he's like, he admitted to guilt. But, okay, maybe I'm super dumb. I feel like the death penalty is like an easy way out. Like, wouldn't you rather have the death penalty? Because I'd be like, okay, if I'm going to be found guilty, I'd rather just be like, good riddance.
No, because I think their hope is they parole and like, I don't know, freaking escape jail. Like, I don't know. There's things people can, I don't know, parole, I guess?
Yeah.
Or get a less.
I mean, maybe that's very dumb of me to say.
No, I mean, you would think,
But I always think it's so weird when people like fight so hard to not have death penalty. Because if I'm going to spend the rest of my life in jail, I don't know.
Because you can still have a life. Like, you can still have relationships. You can still,
Ugh.
there's still a life to be led. I think the ultimate consequence is 100% death penalty.
Yeah.
I don't think,
He's such a loser.
yeah, that's gross.
I hate that word too, loser, but he is.
I
He
can't
is the
do.
definition of a loser.
So Jay Biebs, our boy Justin Biebs, just released his first album
What do
in
you
4 years. It's been 4 years, and he didn't even tell anybody he was releasing it. He just put it up and released it. No one knew before, like a couple hours before, and then he just released this entire new album, which is actually really, really cool. And like the critics and everybody are saying it's his most creative and wide-ranging music of his life, because it's so eclectic. Like it's not just your typical like big sounding, big pop hits. Like he's got songs on there that literally sound like they were recorded on his iPhone and he threw it up on the album. He's got therapy session clips as their own tracks on the album.
Oh, that's really cool.
He's been going through a lot these last couple years, and everything he had to cancel his world tour for mental health stuff. He's been struggling with that. Of course, he had his baby. There's been so much in the media about him and Haley's like marriage and all this stuff. Really, really exacerbated in the last couple years. And he basically put it all out on his album in like a big therapy session. And there's like even like songs that are like, like low key, just like acoustic, and him like, it's really cool. And I think he got it all out there, and he talks a lot about his baby and what kind of husband and father he's dedicated to being, and puts a lot of this like stuff to rest in terms of like what people have been talking about.
Do you think, obviously, there's been especially lately negative press on him and him like spewing to paparazzi and different people. Do you think he was doing that on purpose? Like, bring up? So when this came out, everybody's like, "Oh," do you know what I mean?
I don't. I mean, there were some really weird moments. He would have these like high sessions on social media where he was smoking and just like saying bizarre stuff. Like he did not seem himself.
Mhm.
He was. I mean, you know how much money he would have made off that world tour? He canceled the whole thing for mental health issues. Like he was obviously the struggle was real. But I think this new album is kind of
Like
his
an explanation of everything.
yeah, and his tool and like his kind of maybe saving grace in a way.
How do you feel about that, though? I'm just thinking as a partner, that has to be such a hard thing if you are struggling as a couple, as a person, especially as a couple, and your partner lays it all out there.
I think as a true artist, and if you're married to a true artist, you know that that's the best thing for his soul because that's his life. That's
Yeah,
you know
that's his
music
release.
is his world. That's his being. You know he writes his own songs. Like the dude's doing it himself, and so it's like I think without that it'd be way worse.
Totally.
So I think that's a good thing, and it's vulnerable. But if you're marrying somebody like that, you know everything's going to be out there anyway. So
You
it's
might as
like
well.
you might as well make sure he's as happy as he can be. And if music is the way to be that, keep it going,
It is amazing to me because even just what we talk about here, I always have a little voice in the back of my head being like, "Oh, you're going to get a comment about that. Oh, you're going to have to release something so vulnerable." Is that I wonder just if you get anxiety about that. We talked about we went to dinner with all
I
of our
mean,
best
this
friends last night.
podcast, we're
That's what
talking
I mean.
vulnerabilities.
It took a lot to do this podcast because most of the time you can hide behind a screen. I can hide behind a microphone to put it all out there. It really does, you know, that takes a lot as a person to
Yeah,
do.
it does. But that was literally like the point of us even doing this podcast. Like,
I know.
and so many artists need that. They get people view them a certain way. They assume certain things, and it's like if you don't have podcasts, if you don't do sit down talk interviews with people, it's like they don't get to know who you really are, and you're just like them. Just happen to be in a different
Yeah.
field, but we're struggling with the same things. Our kids are all saying freaking poop and they're all doing
Being
the
silly
same
Willy,
things.
yeah.
Like we have so many common denominators. But no, I think having outlets like this is extremely vulnerable, but I also think it's important to share and to be relatable and we want to bring people in.
And people can read behind the BS now. I love when they're on talk shows and everyone's like, "Oh, so media trained."
Oh yeah.
I think that's what people loved about Jennifer Lawrence and those people at the time because they were so eccentric-y and fun, and you really didn't know what was going to come out of their mouths. That's why people love them so much.
So yeah, I do have to touch on Wimbledon though real quick because it just happened. And those of you who don't follow tennis, this is, one of the most exciting times in tennis because for years and years and years, it's been the big three. It's been Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. And they dominated tennis. They were breaking records left and right. Well, they all are now done. Djokovic is still hanging in there. He's 38 and he's still amazing. But there's these two new players, and they've been around a couple years now. And it's Carlos Alcaraz and Sinner. Sinner. I always mess up his first name.
Is he the tall, lengthy guy with the
yeah,
red hair?
from Italy. Yannick. But it's like right when all the big three start disappearing, these guys just make it. They're bringing tennis to a whole new level. They're 22 and 23 years old.
Jeez.
And they have won the last 7 Grand Slams in the world, which are like the biggest championships there are to win in tennis. And there's nobody that can beat them. We're going to be watching these two go head to head for the next 20 years. Like they're going to shatter every record. It's going to be the craziest thing for tennis. And it's just really cool that we're getting to watch that and witness that. And I'm really happy for the sport because you know me, I've always been a big tennis guy.
Oh, you are a tennis girly through and through.
So just
You
keep
love
your
your
eye
tennis.
on old Alcaraz and Sinner because they are everything and they're absolutely incredible to watch. You'll never see people and athletes move the way they do on a court. So that's what I have to say
But do you
about
think
that.
that's a little different than that's like my new saying today. Do you think?
And then I have a fun game.
Okay. I feel like other sports, there could be a lot more people. In tennis, it always seems like it's like the big three or like the big two.
Well, because
I feel like that makes it a lot more boring.
it's a ranking system, right? It's like 1 through 100. And the top 10 are the ones you see in the finals of everything. But rarely is it where you have a
But
top.
golf is the same, and I feel like it's not really, you see the exact same every single time. Do you know what I
Not as
mean?
much. Yeah, not as much as tennis.
Wouldn't
And
that make tennis a little more boring? Because it's like, oh, I'm going to see these same guys every single year. Like the Super Bowl, you maybe see the same team the next year. Very rarely do you see like the same team 5 years in a row.
Well, it's kind of like, when there's a GOAT and you keep watching that GOAT play all these, like, the best players on the entire planet.
GOAT doesn't always make it to the Super Bowl every year.
Not in football, but I'm saying, like, to your point of, like, won't that get stale? No, because there are all these amazing players. And you get new faces in there all the time that are, like, penetrating this, like, unstoppable force. And sometimes they get in there and they do that. But to see somebody be at the top of the top in the entire world for that much sustainable time is kind of an unbelievable thing. Like, no other sport or no other thing, like, do you have one or two people
that are always making
that
finals.
the entire planet can't
Yes.
beat for years and years and years? That's crazy. You
No,
just
that
keep
is crazy.
thinking that, like, this underdog is going to come in there and do something. And then you see, like, the number 6 player play the number 1 player, and the number 6 player has gotten to the finals. And then you see what a difference 1 to 6 is, and how much,
I can't even tell. It reminds me of TCU and Georgia.
and how you have
It brings
so
me
far still to
PTSD.
go, even though you've made it to the final to
Yes.
beat number 1. It's crazy. I mean, it's really cool to see.
Okay, maybe I'm dreaming about this, but didn't you mention LeBron's going to another team?
There were some rumbles.
Not true.
No, not
What
official.
were they saying?
That he was coming to the Mavs.
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
one happened.
Yeah.
I don't see LeBron here.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
It'd be so nice, but I feel like there's, some commotion going on with the Mavs. I don't think LeBron has energy for that.
We'll see. I mean, LeBron's about winning a championship, and he wasn't able to do it on the Lakers, so now he's going to hop ship like he does.
Who is the best? But didn't he do the Lakers to play with his son, though, right? That's the only
Well, he
reason
went to the
did it.
Lakers, and then the Lakers took his son. So he
Is the
went
son
to
still playing for the Lakers?
yeah. He went to the Lakers, though, to win a championship, and he didn't because they had all the best players in the league. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, I just want to be where the good players are to keep winning championships. Not going to happen. MJ, Michael Jordan, didn't do that. Stuck with the same team and won all his championships. So just saying who the real GOAT is.
Yeah. Where is Michael Jordan?
Retired, living his life.
I mean, I do feel like I never,
He's in
ever
Florida
see him or
golfing.
just truly living his life.
yes,
Good
a
for-
billionaire.
Good for Michael.
So here are things that I have noticed in the household that I'm wondering if I'm OCD or I'm the normal one, and what you do is not normal,
Okay.
or am I just crazy thinking these things?
Okay.
I cannot leave a speck of toothpaste on my toothbrush where you can leave globs of it on your toothbrush overnight, and you wake up and you're just kind of like, oh, it's crusted off from the night before. Like, doesn't faze you. That literally, it freaks me out.
Yeah, it doesn't faze me. Never had a cavity.
But am I OCD for thinking that way, or are you the?
But you're acting like the toothbrush is dirty.
It's not dirty, but
I just brush so extremely hard that there's always toothpaste like on the bottom rim, where the bristles meet the.
right. But you're not like, oh, there's a little. Let me get that out.
No, never. I don't even look at it.
See, if there's one morsel of toothpaste on my toothbrush, that's not.
But
okay.
wait, I actually think there's something that you do that is so bizarre. Don't you not wet the toothbrush before you put the toothpaste?
No, I always have to.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Good. I
What
thought maybe
about
you didn't.
like there's nothing that cringes me more than crumbs in my bed. Like if you and the kids are snacking in the
Yeah.
bed and it's like chips or popcorn and I get into bed, I'm like, and I feel crumbs on my back. That to me is like what I'd imagine nails on a chalkboard are for people. Like
Well, it's probably because you sleep in just boxers. I sleep in like full grown. I am wearing a costume, so I don't feel anything.
but it just doesn't bother you at all. You're like, oh, just brush them out.
Yeah. No, it doesn't faze me.
I wonder if
There's
I'm OCD.
nothing better than eating in the bed.
I wonder if I'm OCD or if I'm the normal one in that situation. Let's see. Oh, a bed sheet.
Bed sheets are bizarre. That is actually the foulest, grossest, dumbest thing. Is
She doesn't like bed sheets. I love
What
bed
is
sheets.
the point? Like, they're not comfortable. I've never been in a bed sheet that's comfortable.
Yeah, but even if there is a bed sheet, this I can't handle, but you can handle. You'll just kind of crumple it so it's like halfway down, but
Yeah,
like still like
on the way down.
like uncomfortably around your leg, and you can live like that. Me,
Yeah.
if it's like a flaw in my system, in my bedding thing, I can't.
Well, and I can't have the bedding tucked into the end of the bed. I have to untuck it and tuck it under my feet.
Oh yeah, you tuck your feet. Yeah, that I don't do that either.
I can't imagine, like, that reminds me of, like, the end of Earth. Like, it's just, like, the bedding just goes. Like, I need to feel that the bedding ends.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like your comforter goes under your feet.
Yeah, 1,000.
That's so strange to me. I can't. Candle smells. I
Ugh.
cannot stand the scent of any candle.
Yeah, that is actually extreme. Well, and one, you can't breathe. So I'm shocked that you smell it.
I like come into a room and I'm like, I can't.
There is nothing more me, and I love it when I walk into somebody's house and I know their smell.
Yeah.
Like their candle smell, or like we have this new babysitter and their family washes all their clothes with this scent called, I think it's called Diva, and I love it. Like it's their smell.
I can't.
I love
yeah.
when a household has like a great smell.
Yeah, I like households with smells. Something about the candles, and I know you love
Ugh,
candles. I
love a
got to get
candle.
over it. I'll do a couple more quickly. Cleaning. Okay, I have to clean the plate completely before I put it in the dishwasher. Like almost every speck's
What
got
is
to be
the
off
point
it.
of a dishwasher?
Sadie will do half of a plate with food on it, like not the big pieces, but
No,
like,
but like
covered
full-
in sauce
full
and
ketchup,
cheese
yeah.
and all that sort of stuff. Cannot like that to me is so it just like irks
What is
me.
the point? Because if I'm cleaning it enough in the sink, then I might as well just fully clean it.
Yeah,
Like that's
But-
just double whammy. That's talk about double waste of
but
water.
sometimes it's still on there afterwards, which is like, that's what can
It's
get
because
me.
our dishwasher does not dry and wash properly. Right now.
Shoes on the counter. Your family does that, or
What do you mean
maybe it's
shoes
just
on
you
the
and your
counter?
mom. Like you'll just like be walking through the kitchen and put your shoes up on the counter until you like figure out what you're gonna do with yourself. Like,
Wait, when have I done that?
babe, you do that all the time. I literally I take them off the counter all the time. Like you'll have your sneakers and you're like, you're not like ready to put them on yet. So instead of putting them on the chair or something, like you'll just put it on the kitchen counter and then like do your business. Your mom does this too. And I'm like,
Yellow.
oh, that's
Yellow.
that's crazy to me. What about like, to me, I get one cup and I want to use it the whole day. I'll like do that for the kids, like one cup.
Oh, that's so gross.
Where you will grab probably a cup for every meal, a different
talk
cup.
about germaphobe. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
it
know.
will sit there all day. It's like people that use towels over and over. It has filth.
To
That
me,
is
it's like, oh, that's 5 more cups I have to clean just for today. Whereas like,
well, what about a tissue? You blow your nose and you just leave it there because it has like a little extra dry spot. You just blow it again.
that's so different though.
No, but it's germs. It's like you're drinking out of it.
I'm a one cupper all day long. All day long.
Never.
I don't know. There's a bunch of them. We're getting close on time, but like I
Are
have
we
to
actually?
I have
That
to
was-
floss every night. I know
Yeah,
that's
never
not
once
something
flossed.
you do. I can't have any white showing on my fingernails. Like I need them clipped the minute I see white.
Wait, I actually didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
I'm a little the same though. I love a good short nail.
Yeah, you're good
long
about that.
nails remind me of, even now I'm seeing all these little girls with long nails. I don't know why. I just
Oh,
can't
it's a
do
thing
it.
now. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yes, it just makes me very uncomfortable.
Oh, and the last thing is like sticky hands. I can't sticky hands. If you've got anything on your hands, it must be washed immediately after.
Well, you're a hand washer. I've never met somebody, you walk into the door, that's an OCD thing, and you immediately wash your hands.
Yep.
That is so weird to me.
And-
Like wash your hands after you go potty. Wash your hands after you go potty.
Well, what's weird to me is like,
every single time you come from outside, you have to wash your hands.
but you could like have syrup on your fingers and just kind of like, oh, it's okay, and like go about your day.
Yeah, as long as it's like my hair isn't sticking to it.
It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
No, it's actually really funny because last night we were talking about, as a girl, are you a squatter or a sitter on the toilet?
And then we gotta do glamour and grit.
And that's always, did we actually do glamour and grit the last episode? I kind of feel like we didn't.
No, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay. That was interesting because all of us were so different. Some of us were sitters on the toilet. Some of us were squatters on the toilet. Some of us were putting like towels down. I actually heard that those, I I don't know if they have it in boys'
So
restrooms.
what's? I know what you do.
I know. I mean, I don't think it's great. I'm just
You just
like
plop on down there. You don't care what that lid looks like.
my fat
Or
ass
what's been
down
on
there.
there. We don't need toilet paper on that lid. Just sit on it. Wow, that grosses me out too. I will put Mount Rushmore
This is
thick
like
toilet paper.
cancellation Saint T. Nelson Day. I feel like everything you are
No, because
nailing me today.
maybe I'm the, but I'm trying to figure out if I'm the weird OCD one or if it's reversed.
But you're acting. It's because maybe I take 2 showers a day, sometimes 3.
100%.
So I think I'm the most cleansly person you'll ever meet in your
You
life.
are. You definitely shower and wash your hair
And everything like
way more than I do.
way too much. So to me, it's making me seem like I'm slightly dirty. And I am not even close.
You're
to
definitely not slightly dirty, but you have a lot lower threshold for
like I'm dirty and mess.
things affecting you in terms of messes or
Was I always like that, or was it
germs
just
in
kids?
general. Germs.
I think I became way less. You were not like this before kids. You weren't as OCD and like cleanliness.
Oh,
Like in New York, you did not. The moment we walked into our apartment, wash your hands.
yes,
No.
and I would take my shoes off before I entered the door, and I floss every night. I need to wash my face. Like I've always been that way.
No, but the washing hands gotten a little intense. I don't remember you in LA, like us coming home
COVID.
from a hike.
COVID
and
heightened that a lot for me. COVID. Once COVID started, the hand washing for me became a real thing.
Well, it didn't work.
I'm
Like
just
the
saying,
whole hand washing thing, it didn't help like the flus.
there's
and
just all these
that.
weird diseases and illnesses out there now that I'm like,
But I
"Ah."
just feel like you got to build it up.
Exactly. That is exactly how you think versus how I think. Like you're an immune. Let's build the immune system. I'm like, forget that. Like I just want to clean my.
Totally.
I don't know.
No right, no wrong.
No right, no wrong. It's just interesting how people do things so
That's
differently.
that's our relationship, baby. No right, no wrong.
No right, no wrong. All right, Glamour and Grit. We got to go.
Oh wait, can we like shout out our buddy Hudson Moore and his song because you singing it reminded me of
Sunset
that.
Santa Barbara.
Sunset Santa Barbara.
Go check out Hudson Moore,
Oh.
Sunset Santa Barbara out on Spotify,
I am
anywhere you listen to your music.
Addicted to that song, and everybody comment on that song that he needs to write an entire album in that vibe of song.
It's so
because
good.
it is truly one of the best songs ever.
Agreed.
Obsessed.
Agreed.
Glamour and Grit. You go first because last time I went first.
Oh my gosh.
I think I did.
My glamour is
And we all know our true grit, but some things besides what happened this week, another grit, like a silly grit.
yeah. I mean, my grit is like just waiting to find out about anytime I have an audition for a movie or a TV show and I know I'm in the running for it and I'm like getting there, it's just so like it kills me.
Well, and this one's taking 100 million years.
This one's taking a long time. So I'm just like, all of you with like jobs that like, you know where you're going every day. It's always consistent and you know it's going to be there. God bless you. But like anytime mine is up and down, it's one show ends, got to find another show, the whole thing. It's never stops. Like the hustle for getting and finding more.
And for the rest forever.
So I've got a grit right now until I find out about this job that would change the trajectory of our lives for a bit.
Yes, it definitely would.
And then my glamour is Molly Morgan told me that she wanted to take tennis lessons, which I thought was fun. And I'm excited about that because I like tennis a lot.
Oh, I love that. My glamour was being with the family last week. That was amazing. So funny, so silly. Love moments like that. My grit is, this is going to sound very superficial. I really am not feeling my hair lately. I can't decide, should I get extensions and have it longer or cut it short again? I just something about it. It's like giving me like Miss Honey Matilda. It's just not, there's nothing, the curls, like it's too in between right now.
Okay.
And it actually phases me every day.
So we're gonna figure that out.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you
Till
next week.
Next time.
Peace.
Bye.